Welcome guys to the start of a new Let's Play, as now after completing FC and SC, we continue on to the final installment of the Trails in the Sky series, Trails in the Sky the third, with our story arc of Joshua Estelle somewhat completed within those first two games. I guess we've still got a little bit more story to tell. A bridging game for the rest of the series is what I've heard this one is, and we're going to do, of course, a full, commentated Let's Play of the game. With supposedly a character we all know at the helm, and familiar characters returning as we go. Let's start our game, and we're going to play on normal, because that's what I've been doing. I've also heard this is the hardest game in the Sky franchise, so that'll be interesting, because you know how, like, I find these harder than most other JRPGs, even on normal, which is bizarre in and of itself. Let's begin. Well, I think first of all, because of course we played through second chapter, it's going to search my save files to get a little bit of carryover bonuses. So, finally, Trails in the Sky C ended last week at an 80-hour playtime. Oh, level 91 for Joshua and Estelle. Let's do this. Year 1203 of the Septian calendar. Full just over half a year since the Liber Ark's collapse. Cruising through the night sky above the Kreutzen province in eastern Erebonia. Was the Rhineford Company's latest display in luxury, Lusitania. Luxury airship it is. That's a lot of trees on an airship. So begins the Legend of Heroes. Trails in the Sky, the third. If I may have your attention, please. On behalf of the Conrad Company, I would like to take the time to thank you all for attending this party today. As I'm sure you're all aware, this is the most auspicious day. Yes, indeed. On this historic day 10 years ago, this fine company. You don't seem to be enjoying this quite as much as he is. You ought to at least try and feign interest in what he's saying, Surely you must understand what kind of man he is if you're here. Oh, that I do. He's a merchant of death who made a fortune during the 100 Days' War, and one of the Empire's most wealthy men despite being a relative newcomer. Why, it was only a few years ago that he partnered up with the famous Rhineford group, and now he's serving on their board of directors. His record makes for a most impressive read, that much is for certain. Although I dare say he's less impressive in person compared to on paper. My, you'd best refrain from making such remarks. That mask of yours may disguise your identity, but it won't keep those naughty men in black away should you make an enemy of them. Now that's a terrifying prospect. I can't imagine I'd last very long if I did. I'd surely be cast through this window as easy as a pebble plunges through water. I must say I find you rather intriguing. Are you a member of the press, perhaps? Or maybe even a government official? I would answer, but where's the fun in spilling secrets? I'll leave the pondering to your fertile imagination, mademoiselle. Leaving my identity aside, however, this ship is an impressive work of art. It's hard to believe we're inside one at all, and yet here we are, thousands of arc in the air. Well, it is Rhineford's latest model. One would expect nothing less than art. Last I heard, they were advertising it as the largest airship in the world. It is 120 arc across, so they're probably right. As far as most of the world knows. You certainly know how to make a lady curious. But even with the mask, it's no secret that you're so young. Practically still a boy. I wonder, how often do you go around charming your way through these drab parties with that aura of mystique? Well, seems the mask can't hide all my secrets. Perhaps I ought to make my daring escape before I give away anything more about myself. If you must, although it would be my pleasure to continue keeping you company. It's not every day that one gets to enjoy chatting the night away of a mysterious stranger like this, you know. We could even take our chat somewhere more comfortable. Like your room? I would be honoured to, fair lady. But only if you can promise the goddess has her eyes turned away. She may blush if she's watching. Meanwhile, I'll refrain from asking why your room would not be an acceptable location. And I'll thank you for not forcing me to bring up that oaf of a man. She's straight up trying to pick up younger men while she's married. Well, the party's in full swing now. This chance as good as any. His private room's on the highest floor of the ship and on the other side of the deck. Okay, let's get to work. And here we are. No one knows who this man in green is, but what a fancy tux indeed. Might interest you in something to drink, sir. We have some well-aged Stein Rose, if you would care for some. Maybe I should go speak to that lady again. Oh, she's disappeared. She's just gone. Into the nether. Yes, Lady Lyndall is currently resting in her room. She said that she was feeling a little unwell at the moment, you see. Was that the lady I was speaking to? Why'd she have to choose a pie like this to feel unwell? I hope she isn't faking it to stay in her room. Must she oppose me at every turn? Of course, we can't really know who anyone is at this point in time. The Conrad company might have been a lot of progress, or might have made a lot of progress in the past 10 years. And that was all thanks to the Rhineford group. They couldn't have done a thing by themselves, so they've got no right trying to act big. They need to realise their place. Do they? Looks like she moved to a table. Oh yeah, she's right there! This truly is a spectacular ship. I was getting sick and tired of looking at the gloomy skies of the capital, so this is a wonderful change of scenery. I'll have to make sure to make the most of tonight. And I couldn't agree more there. The air of the capital is positively suffocating. I try to get away from it as often as I can, so I spend all my time off from the villa to the south. Is he trying to pick up a new young man now? I'm sorry, what was that? I said that no mask can hope to disguise the beauty of your ivory white skin, or the luster of those fine red lips. Well, aren't you the flatterer? She's definitely moved on. Quite fast. She was the one who initiated the conversation with me, if you're wondering. So I can't very well ignore her. I'll just try and keep the conversation going. Oh my, come to say hello again so soon? My offer still stands if you find yourself with an appetite for excitement. I'll be able to get rid of this gentleman in no time at all, really. Well, woman who knows what she wants, obviously. Here on the Lusitania, we will be striving to meet your every need. So please do let us know if there's anything we can do for you. There's a lot of people to talk to here. Aha, you certainly know all the party, Conrad. There aren't many who are wealthy enough to be able to organise a gathering like this in the sky. Oh, absolutely. If my guests are satisfied, then I've done my job. Still, today's party is but a minor diversion compared to what the future holds for us. Quite the gathering we've got here. It looks like Marquis Ballard, known for his extravagant spending, and this guy's the president of that one big jeweller, Curry's & Co. Hopefully they'll keep our friend occupied for a while. Honestly, I'm still amazed just how rapidly your company has been growing. By the way, I truly do appreciate your help the other day. All is well then. Ha 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 ha. You still have more surprises ready for us as the evening goes on, I hope. I can hardly wait to find out what's still in the store. I'm truly proud to be able to support your wonderful company. Still, it's clear that you still have your best days ahead of you, Conrad. You can't stay a mere director in the Rhineford group forever. You've got to keep moving further and further up the ladder. Ha-ha! It's yes, but of course. If I do say so myself, my company's prospects are very bright. You won't be paying attention to anything else anytime soon. Suits me. No more talking to him. I apologise for our boorish presence here at this most elegant occasion. I'm afraid it's a necessary evil in order to ensure the safety of our guests. All that I can do is ask for your understanding. Please pay us no mind. We are merely here so you might enjoy this party to its fullest. They're all in Walter the Direwolf cosplay by the look of it. Being a part of the vast Rhineford group, the Conrad company certainly has strong backing supporting and working towards greater growth. After all, the Rhineford group is immensely successful and it manufactures everything from military weapons to household goods. Perhaps I should consider increasing my investment in the group. I'll speak to everyone. I must say I'm impressed with just how reliable the security guards at today's party appear. I've been thinking it was time to recruit some new personnel to my own private army, too. Perhaps I ought to ask Conrad where he found these people. I may be able to recruit some of them, too. Interesting men in black. There's plenty of entertainment to look forward to this evening. Fernand Ducille's concert will be beginning soon, and at 11 we'll be holding an opera. Be sure not to miss them. You still have much to learn about the ways of the world, young man. The national government is more or less a collection of civil servants with all their flaws and weaknesses. You can get anything out of it as long as you know the right buttons to push. Why does that upstart chancellor think... Who does that upstart chancellor think he is? All these dunces marching into politics from out of the army has passed one unpleasant law after another. I can't understand how he thinks. What's the benefit in appeasing commoners all the time? We know who he's speaking about. Madam, what a surprising coincidence to find you here. I wasn't aware that you'd been invited to this party as well. Did it happen while you were in Bereahard, buying furs perchance? Yes, actually. Still, I would very much appreciate it if you could keep this a secret from my husband. Oh, I wouldn't dream of telling him. What, are all these noble women here to pick up men? Still, if you really want to ensure that I won't, I could do with a little favour from you. You see, I can't seem to find any furs that meet my standards in the capital. Might you be willing to introduce me to somewhere I could find some? They are, aren't they? Pardon me, but if you haven't seen my wife around, have you? I keep telling her not to go wandering off without telling me, but she never listens. Hold on, is that woman up there? Could this be Madame Frisky's oath of a man? Should I tell him? Well, yes, I should probably have it now before it starts getting cold. I'll take that tart there too, if you don't mind. Today's dish of choice is steamed abalone with cream made to the highest of standards by our chefs. I must insist you try it. I'm certain you'll become a fan. I can't tell him. It's not an option. Can I help you? Oh, we finally talked to everyone and go to leave the room, but then a figure appears. Strange. Felt like someone was watching me for a minute. Ah, forget it. I've got work to do. His private room is on the highest floor of the ship, on the other side of the deck. Time to move. A mysterious figure, eh? May I see your invite, sir? This, you mean? The masked man swiftly presented his invitation. My apologies, sir. This is merely a precaution in order to secure the safety of our lovely guests here. Don't worry about it. I understand. I love how he's got that garish pink mask. It's kind of like rubbish. Well, this is supposed to be the latest airship from Rhineford. It's certainly comfortable enough to be. I'll have to try and travel on it again whenever I can. Even the furnishings in these rooms all seem to be of the highest class. I have to say, I'm impressed. I'd like to point out, I haven't really seen many airship docks that could support this landing there. Does it have to land outside of cities and towns? This ship does have a fine collection of books. I wonder which I should read first. Does it now? The bookshelf contains chapters of Carnelia. You got chapters 1 to 6 and chapter finale, which is basically all of Carnelia that we read in FC. I do wonder if we could find ourselves Gambler Jack somewhere too. Please refrain from talking loudly when within this room. Okay, I guess it's a library then. Talking about when we couldn't use ordnance all of a sudden on the southern edge of Erebonia. I heard that even the trains and international flights in that region had to be stopped on account of it. Haven't a clue what caused it all though. I can't imagine it was anything that serious at least. Wow, so it was hushed up in Erebonia. There are rumours the cause was a new weapon developed by Liberl's army though. That sounds most serious to me. Although it's hard to be sure since the government issued a ban on talking about the whole thing after the fact. And without any official announcements on the matter, all we're left with is hearsay. Interesting. I just can't even relax on board this ship. Everything is just so fancy and luxurious. It's all too much for an old man like me. No more books here. This is Lusitania's library. I hope you will enjoy your time relaxing here. Well, we're not going to read Carnelia through again. I've read it once. We don't need to read it once more. Oh, please excuse me. I assume you must be invited guests. The party's being held in the room at the end of the corridor if you're having difficulties finding the way. Thank you, miss. What? Treasure chest? I wasn't looking for treasure chests in a person-populated place. What? A tear bomb? The treasure chest reveals itself to be a crafty mimic and licks your unsuspecting hand. Better break out the disinfectant. What? I wasn't even looking. Yes, Gambler Jack was bound in Erebonia, wasn't it? The message. Remember, there is but one truth. Love is eternal. Well, now we've got to search for treasure chests in people-occupied areas? You taking a walk around the ship, sir? If so, might I suggest following the stairs ahead and stepping out onto the main deck? I find gazing up at the stars while enjoying the night breeze an especially relaxing way to pass the time. Oh, any treasure chests around here? Nope. I guess the party over in the room at the end of the hall must be in full swing right about now. Just you watch. One day I'll be rich and famous enough to go to a fancy party too. I mean, do you want me to just give you a mask so you could go? You played rather well yourself. Well, what'd you say to another game? I'm up for another. Is this the guy who was gambling before? Back at the Laventar Casino in Bar, I wonder. I can't remember his outfit. Well, that was a well-earned victory on your part. It's easy to tell that you're a real veteran when it comes to card games. What would you like to do now, sir? Maybe I'm projecting. Oh, hello there. Would you be interested in a quick game? It doesn't look like a can game. The club is part of the Alicia chain of high-class clubs, which has its main branch in the capital. You would expect its employees to be trained to the highest caliber, and you would be right. And speaking of the highest caliber, perhaps I want to sample some of the wine now. Hope you're enjoying yourself. Thank you. Alright, it's time for me to make my wager. I'll put 300,000 mira on Red 21. Sharp choice. What? That's a big bet. Spending money is all about having fun, you know. Whether you win or lose is a trivial detail. You need only to focus on enjoying the act of spending. Can I have it? People who obsess over winning above all else are base fools who have no right to be here. Well, for 300,000 mira, I'd be wanting to win. Come on, black! It's gotta be black this time. It's been red 5 times now. This next one has to be black, surely! Is it a scam? Please do enjoy your time here. Still, do try to not get absorbed into your games. Everything is best enjoyed in moderation. Well, I can have your anti-gambling message. Are you an invited guest, perchance? If you are, we'd be happy to treat you as an official member of this club. So please do enjoy yourself and make use of the facilities on offer. I can't gamble at all. Well, 2 chests in here. Another tier barb. Pine fresh. An EP charge. We need to talk. Do we? I keep ripping out your internals. So you want me to grow up to become a soldier and get famous and rich, right? That lets me spend time on neat ships like this. Sure, this is cool. Listen, son. I spent what little money we have just to get you on this ship today. This is the life rich people in our country lead. Burn this sight into your memory and never forget it. I'm counting on you to make your way into this world when you're older and make life easy for me. Really? Thank you, older generation. Lifting us up. Lifting him up. Hey, I kind of found invitations to that costume party that's going on right now. What should I do with it? You idiot. What'd you pick it up for? Those are only for the super rich people in the first class rooms, not the likes of us. But still, I've got to imagine, actually, that guy's probably about my age. Excuse me, but this is the staircase that leads to the observation deck. Oh yeah, yes it is. Please go on ahead. Thanks. So that's where I'm going, up that way next. Oops, wrong way. I need to head up the staircase. Well, okay, I'm just checking. I'm trying to check out places, you know. God. Oh, may I ask what business you have in this area? If you're looking for the observation desk, you can reach it through those doors over there. If you're looking for the area where the party is being held, however, you will need to head back down the stairs. Not these doors? Oh, not these doors. May I help you, sir? Oh, no, sorry. Not that way, then. So this is that new passenger airship model I've heard so much about. Can't say I'm familiar with the sound of its engines anyway. I assume there must be a new model too. Huh. Could this man be blind? Maybe. Right, Nilsson? Alright, let's head onwards. Looks like there's nowhere to really go forward through. I'm sorry for calling you out here out of nowhere like this, but I so wanted to meet with you. But then you came all the way on the ship just for that? You do know what will happen if my father finds out, don't you? I know he doesn't approve of me because of my social standing, but I must beg that you let me overstretch myself and act the part of a bigger man today. At least for as long as I have this mask on. I'm so grateful I was able to see you today like this. Truly I am, but if father were to find out... A love story between the classes. That's got to be back to where we come from. And that is locked. I take it you're my destination? Stop right there. This staircase leads to Sir Conrad's private room. I'm afraid I'm going to ask you to leave. I figured you'd say something like that. Sorry though, this isn't going to be your lucky day. What? What are you doing? Looks like I'm dealing with a bunch of Jaeger dropouts. They don't seem that well trained either. This will be cake. Huh. I sure wish every job I had was this easy. Poor guys. Just walk on them a bit. Wow, talk about pointlessly fancy. Alright, now where's he hidden it? Where's he hidden what? There's a switch of some sort underneath the vase. Press the switch. Sure, that definitely won't be a panic alarm. Oh, would you look at that? Who wants to bet that's not the only one? Okay, there's switches all around the room, is there? Well, that was obvious. I thought it would be under the desk. A switch of some sort behind the desk. Press the switch. Is that the panic button? Oh, what's the next one? I've worked in a job where I've had a panic button on my feet, like on my knees all the time. You're always terrorised that you might somehow accidentally call the police. It's just not good. I mean, it'd be really hard to, but some fluke accident, maybe one day.
Onwards.
Okay. Oh, hello. This corner of the rug is oddly warm. Stand on it, sure. And that's the last one. There's a switch in the armrest of the sofa. Press the switch. All the switches were reset. That one must have been a fake. I should have known they wouldn't make it simple. Is that a panic button then? Just a fake? Nothing else? Of course I'm going to check out the only other bit of the room I haven't checked out. That's probably not the only switch I need to press. Right, so there's switches. Let's press the ones that didn't deactivate things. As Paul Mal, thank you very much for the 18 months of sub. Should be able to join for more subs more often. Cool. And I have noticed you've subbed in the background quite a lot, so thank you very much for the support. Right, let's look for any other switches then. Or that's all we need to press. Did I check out the bed? And here we go. Everything so far has been completely in line with what I expected, which means that... There's a panel with buttons that have letters written on them. Password of some kind apparently must be entered. I wonder. Is it Orpheus spelt badly, Orpheus spelt correctly, or Orpheus? Always the middle answer, right? I figured as much. Looks like my target this time is one of the toys our friends decided to spread around for fun. It's also the password on somewhere else, isn't it, after all? The Fool's Locket, huh? A forbidden artifact that lets the bearer pass all but the most obvious lies off as complete truth. Really not the kind of thing a shady weapons dealer should have in his possession. So that's how his organization... Oh, there's a panic button! It's a pressure switch! What's going on here? What happened to the two who were on guard here? They're both fast asleep. Seemed like whoever did it used a dart or spray of some kind. I think we're dealing with someone in the same business as us. We better keep them locked inside here until the party's over. We can give our report to Master Conrad after. What do you think the odds are that he's not acting alone? Just by the security camera footage, I don't think it's that high. I said there's a definite chance he's got some form of backup that just hasn't acted yet. I'd say we're better off marking all invited guests for the time being. We wouldn't want... we wouldn't want to let anyone slip through our sights. Marking all invited guests? What does that mean? They're going to follow around everyone? They have enough men in black to mark them all? Did you just laugh at us? Something funny? Oh no, I just thought I should probably apologise for underestimating you. I've written you all off as untrained Jaeger dropouts, but maybe you've got more going for you than I was giving you credit for. You little... You got guts, I'll give you that. You've got no idea how you came to be here, but you should know that Master Conrad is not a merciful man. Don't think you're going to get out of this in one piece. You're in such a world of pain, you'll wish to kill yourself while you have the chance. Well, doesn't that sound like a fun time? Sadly for you, I've already got my next date lined up, so I won't be able to take you up on that. What the? How? Well, yeah, probably should have said this earlier. You really might want to step back from that door, like, a lot. What just happened? No way! That door was designed to withstand a direct hit from an orbital cannon. Boy, you guys have no idea how hard it is to hold back with that one. I'm not a huge fan of using it, but, I mean, you didn't give me much of a choice. This is a joke, right? A priest? Yep, I'm legit and everything too. So if you're interested in making any confessions, I'd be happy to listen to them. For extra cheap, as a limited time offer. And you guys would have a lot to confess. I'll lend an ear to him. Let's do this. Oh, I was hoping for more of a, what, you charge people kind of reaction. Oh well, I guess I don't mind cutting to the chase this time. Come get some. That was a bit of an enter to the battle theme, wasn't it? Oh, now we can rock it. Right. We've got a new look wheel, even though it's got the same kind of stuff. Wheel? That's not really a wheel. We've got multiple opposition. We have man in black blade and man in black gun. An armed man dressed entirely in black fights using special bullets. They're not weak to anything. A mysterious assailant uses smoke grenades and body blows to impair foes' movement. What have you got, sir? Mortal punishment attacks foes at speed and impels with spears from below. Sacrifice arrow, sacrifice only to raise the other's authority. Yeah. Sacred breath for a big heal across the party. Combo attack with steel blade and arrows. We've got chain free and we've got Grell spear still. If we want to take these guys out, what arts do we have? We have Tyrol if we need it. Clock up X, clock down. Titanic Roar is here. Hell's Gate. Well, I know what I'm using then. Ascension. Creates a field that inhibits cognitive abilities. Isn't that you? Let's do a Titanic Roar. Rock out to the music. That cut short them. Small fry, small guy. Farewell.
Still a ways to go.
Level 90. Okay. He's a Grell Knight. I'd heard rumors about them, but damn. And curious as I am, I'm probably better off not asking about what kind of rumors you've heard. Don't worry though, I'm only here for your client. So you go on ahead and have a nice long nap on the floor, okay? You'll still live to see tomorrow. What kind of monster? Okay, I've got what I came for. Now to get back to the party and wrap this job up. So I have to go without taking that lady up on her offer though. She was looking pretty damn fine. It was obvious her husband wasn't giving her enough squeeze. Then again, I shouldn't go playing with fire too much, huh? Such a priest he is. He's like, oh, maybe I've still got time to have that affair. Right, let's... Oh! Well, Kevin, haven't you got a fancy new cutout here? So he's level 90. With weaker parameters than what we kind of left with people last game. And I guess we didn't have the gear. Nothing here. Step shoes. In fact, all of this stuff is weaker. And then the weapons we kind of ended the game with. But that's kind of expected. What's he have? Action 4, EP 4, HP 4, Mind 4, Defense 4, Information, and Cast 2. That's a pretty good setup. And he's stronger in spells than he is in strength. Must remember that. He's pretty well geared, isn't he? No other items do we have. No point in checking the tactics. Save time. Let's get our first save on the prologue. Let's get out of here. We bust that door down. We've got orbital cannon-like strength. And where do I want to get out of here? I'm going out this way. Maybe not. Zero mirror. I don't keep money. This way must lead to the first class rooms. And I thought I'd find some pretty interesting stuff in there, but I'd better not right now. More bad men. Can I one-shot you? Definitely spells my best option then, if I want to take less damage. Well, at least if I take some more actions with attacks, etc., and take some hits, I will get CP needed to be able to use my other crafts in the future. So let's just trade blows to start with here. Maybe I could have held on a little bit. Got myself some extra experience, yeah? Maybe got heals from the side. Got some tape. Well, we got goons rushing me at speed. Now that's a little different. Alright, Steel Cougars. Armored combat monster. Very nimble, cuts prey to pieces. Shall I clock down maybe and try to do that? Or should I just go straight for them and try to mince them with something else?
Let's end this.
Well, it looks bloody cool. Didn't quite kill him, but looked really cool. They're not quite making it up to get me, are they, here? It's too bad that won't cast beforehand. Otherwise, I'd love to do that. I'll just follow up with another mortal punishment.
Let's end this. All right, what's next?
I feel this isn't the Kevin that I knew before. It's Super Kevin now. What's going on? What's going on here? We're not going to crash, are we? You wouldn't fall out of the air on me, would you, Lusitania? What guy missed a chance to run away? Something familiar about him. But, well, I'd best leave him alone. Is he Anton? He's not. He's Aldan. Right, looks like none of the other goons are around. Can't go out on this side, can we, after all? How am I supposed to escape an airship at this point? Oops, didn't mean to get turned around. I'm not turned around. I'm going in the right direction. I'll have you know. Now, more goons. Of course, we knew that it was never Kevin's real power that we were being confronted with. Titanic roar again. Can Mr. Other gun guy shoot me or not? Oh yeah, he can. I want an Uzi. Maybe I'm a bit liberally using that Titanic roar, but we do have some EP charges, etc.
Alright, what's next?
Good old Titanic roar. Well, a couple more battles to get me a 91 at this rate. Right, should we go this way? Oops, get it together, Kevin. Sorry. Why would I go back the same way I've come? Haven't I got the artifact? Isn't escaping the best idea right now? The door is locked. Oh, even more! They're all massively spread out. So yet again, I'm going to use a Titanic roar. Let's take that first bit of damage that we take. Luckily, none of them have impede, right? Oh, they're too far away now. Now that critical will belong to me, right? Anyone else? Ooh, that's a new like art for it. Anyone else too busy like jamming to the music here? Oh, it's a single attack? That's a shame. I kind of just want to beat him up. Can I just use chain to beat them up? No, because I can't chain with anyone else. Oh well. I want to get both of them down in one go.
Let's end this.
People are, yeah, experiencing massive earthquakes on the ship.
Alright, what's next?
This isn't good for its structural integrity, is it? No, sir. Alright, we took you out. Can't go in any of these doors. Think there'll be another group after me in about 2 seconds' time? Like now? A group of 4? Group of 4. There you are! In the name of the Northern Jaegers, we won't let you go any farther. So you really are an active Jaeger Corps. Pretty famous one to boot. Still, I guess that's rough going for your country and all, but I couldn't ask you to just, I don't know, step aside? How dare you? What do you know about the hardships endured by our people? We won't allow ourselves to be shamed with defeat here. Not as long as we suffer. Not as long as you suffer, but you're going to suffer. I should have known. Okay then, I'll come at you with all I've got. I'm just wondering, was about to say, what's the range that I can get off this at this point? Do I go with a Titanic Roar and then try to finish up off that? Oh, you missed! Great! Because I think I should level up from this battle, right? I want the EP heal. Get another earthquake. Well, I'm at 100 CP, but you pretty much know I'm going to use all that up, because Mortal Punishment should be in range for all three. He's a one-man army, is Kevin.
Still a ways to go.
Give me my level up. That's how I get my EP and my health back. What is all this commotion? We believe there's been an intruder, sir. And a competent one at that. An intruder? And just what do you think I paid good mirror to hire you for? I don't care if he's alive or full of holes. Get rid of him. Oh, getting me dead or alive is too much to ask of those guys. Who the hell are you? Wait, a priest? No. Yeah, I think if it was something like this in your possession, you'd at least have heard of us. How dare you? Give that back! That's mine! Wrong answer! This belongs to the goddess and needs to be rightfully returned to her. It's not something mere mortals like you should be keeping for themselves. Kill him. Kill him and give me back my locket now! That emblem's too good. Ugh. Herman Conrad. In accordance with the laws of the church and in the name of Adius, I am placing you under arrest. You stand charged with the unauthorized possession of and illegal use of an artifact. Don't you think you can get away with this? You might be with the church, but I'm a rhyme-for director. You lay a hand on me. Well, don't you worry. We cleared this with the big guys already. I'm sure you've got a pretty good idea of just how recklessly you've been acting with this thing, right? You've been causing a whole lot of trouble for a whole lot of people, you know. Sounds like you have a habit of making themselves no shortage of enemies, and you've done a stellar job of that. So just accept your luck's run out and come quietly, okay? No. No! Ugh! You just couldn't make this easy for me, could you? So much for this being a piece of cake. Catching guys like this alive is more like trying to sneak up the whole damn thing. Stop right there! You want to disarm him first? Oh, blimmin' hell. Oh, you put out the stop just for little old me? Now I get why you guys are so popular. That's some quick work getting all dolled up and ready to take me down. Silence. You might have had your way before, but that's not how it's going to go this time. And just so you know, there's an entire company of us on this ship. Even if you have a hostage you can use against us, you've got nowhere to run. We're all lucky boys and girls today, huh? What? What are you talking about? If this idiot here had been branded a heretic, I would have had to hunt each and every one of you down to the last member. What? What's up with this guy? Well, don't let it get to you. Keep up the good work for your homeland or whatever. Just don't go giving us any reasons to slaughter you in the process. Impossible! Those Gralsritter are monsters! Haha, that was quite a splendid show. But our tale is only just beginning, Kevin Graham. After all, I have only just awoken.
Cry for me, 君の声が聞こえてる叫んでる僕の名前を 「 本当の強さ Cry for me 声が聞こえる立ち向かえ自分をごまかさないで Cry for you その声に応えるため今叫ぶ君の名前を
I feel like Kevin's been hiding his power level from us, if we didn't already know that fact at the end of SC. He's a daring man. Hey, sometimes to fool your enemies, though, you gotta fool your friends first, right? Septium Church, Gralsritter operated Special Ops Airship, the Merkaba number 5. Congratulations on completing your operation, sir. My thoughts exactly. That seemed to be a rather easy one for you in the end, too. Compared to what they're usually like, it was. If I had a bit more time, I could have enjoyed some private time with a real gem of a woman, too. But I'll have to settle for crying myself to sleep tonight. Not this again. Unless you want another earful from the commander, you might want to start taking your work more seriously. I know. Lighten up a little, yeah? I swear, I'll never get how you hard-headed types ended up assigned to a slacker like me. This may come as a shock, but you are a Dominion, you know? We can't very well have you acting alone without any form of backup. As long as you're here and this ship is under your command, then slacker or not, we're here too. Even then, you've got a lot less squires in your service than you should have. Maybe you should take this chance to gather up a few more? I think I'm gonna have to pass. That'll just make it even harder for me to work on my own. I thought you'd say that. We prefer if you would actually trust us to help you a little more, sir. I mean, all we could do in that salt pail operation was transport the thing. You say that as if transporting it isn't a huge responsibility in itself. After all, the last thing we wanted was him catching wind of it and becoming wary of us. Is something wrong? Oh, not a thing. Anyway, as per the original plan, we need to get ourselves back to Arteria ASAP. We should be able to reach there by noon tomorrow. Or today now, I guess. Got it. Where's it from? Arteria, apparently. It's a call from Commander Selnet. Oh, you are kidding me. Getting a call from her right after a mission is always a bad sign. Let's get this over with. Put her through. Alright? Evening, Kevin. It sounds like you did well. Fill me in on the details. It basically went without issue. The artifact was the Fool's Locket. There were signs of society involvement, but it looks like they've cut any ties with him a long time ago. I see. As I thought then. Good work all around. I say you deserve a well-earned rest, but unfortunately, I can't grant you one right now. And here we go. Is something the matter? Oh, I'm just dandy. Please continue. Well then, as much as I hate to spring this on you immediately after finishing one mission, I've got something I'd like to do for me. Regarding a heretic, I assume? Not this time. All I want you to do is pick something up. The object in question is currently being held underneath Grancel Cathedral. Grancel? Do you think this object may be somehow related to the Oriole? It's a distinct possibility. Can I count on you to handle this? Alright. That said, we've already got one artifact on this ship that needs transporting back, so I'll let the crew here take that to Arteria. I'll handle going to Liberl on my own. That's fine with me. Oh, incidentally, you won't actually be alone. I've dispatched a rookie squire to aid you. They'll be serving you from now on, so do play nice, won't you? Wait a minute. Wait just 1 minute. You can't just spring a rookie on me out of nowhere like this. Means ordained by the goddess always come suddenly and unannounced. Don't worry though, they won't be a burden. The abilities they demonstrated during training were truly something special. Well, I'll be praying for your success. Well, congratulations on the new recruit. We were only just saying you could do with more squires serving you. And I was so not down. I can't believe this. She never changes, I swear. Oh, if all the people reading that book had any idea what a hellion she is in real life. Oh, Carnelia. I've always wondered whether publishing it was really such a good idea, to be honest. It's a complete advertisement saying we exist to the world. If anything, I'd say a book that, well, just serves to make people less likely to believe we really exist. And then the heroine died in it, which obviously is a big fat lie. If they'd actually met her, they'd know she's the kind of woman who could probably take a bullet to the head and ask for a cigarette first thing. I think we should probably refrain from commenting here. Anyway, you guys heard her. I'm gonna leave taking care of everything else relating to our mission to you guys. Just follow the money trail. There might still be hidden accounts we don't know about. Understood, sir? What will you be doing from here? We'll need to return to Arteria, obviously, but we can drop you off somewhere. You can put me down in any old state we pass on the way there. Preferably near a town that has international flights going out of it, I guess. Got it. Oh, it looks like the sun started coming up. It wasn't a work of fiction. It was fact. Prologue. The Gralsritter gets properly underway. Got a new squire. Same day in the afternoon. In the skies of Midwestern Zemuria, roughly 500 sel from Liberl. Just standard birds! Ah, but some people we know. The international airliner Gretna. When I hear that flap, we know what we're waiting for. We know who we want to see. Oh, they've gone out of sight now. I wonder if they're busy migrating. It looks like they can't keep up with the ship, though. Guess not every bird can be as fast as Sieg. What everyone was thinking about. Definitely Sieg. But they were just the cutest. Well, look who it is. Okay. I know you. It really is you. Long time no see, Dorothy. Sure wasn't expecting to run into you here. Funny coincidence, huh? Huh? It really is. It's good to see you again, too. Really, Dorothy? Father... You don't remember my name, do you? Don't be silly, of course I do. It's, Oh, I remember, it's Onion Graham! But of course, how lucky I am to have been named after such a multi-purpose plant. That's not even a name, Dorothy. It is just a name of vegetable. You really did forget, didn't you? And yet you somehow managed to remember my last name like it was nothing. I was just being silly. A couple of days ago I had this amazing onion hot pot over in the eastern corner in Calvert, so I've still got onions on the brain. I couldn't believe a hot pot with just onions in it could taste that good, but I swear it did. It was so comforting and sweet. So that's how I ended up saying onion instead of your name. Well, whatever. So if you insist on you haven't forgotten, what is my name then? I do insist. I'd never forget. It's lovely to see you again, Jasmine Graham. But of course, how lucky I am to have been named after such a fragrant plant. That might be an actual name this time, but it's a woman's name. Oh, I see. So you're here to carry out a follow-up investigation on all that trouble that happened earlier in the year. That's about the gist, yeah. Come to think of it, how'd you end up on an international liner like this? You said you were in the Eastern Quarter, right? Were you there to write about it for the Liberl News? Yep. Neil actually let me go on my own this time too. Wow, that was daring of him. I'm not sure I'd want to let you handle travelling abroad for a report alone. Then again, it's only by taking on positions of responsibility that people can properly grow. Oh, I'm doing plenty of that. I mean, I wasn't sure what I'd do when I ended up in Calvert instead of Bowes Market, but I managed just fine. Wait a second. Neil told you to go to Bowes, not Calvert? He sure did. But then I got on the airship, fell asleep, and before I knew I was chilling out in Calvert's capital. Weird, huh? It sounds like you got on the wrong airship to me. Let my brain catch up. So you were in the Republic for literally days, when you weren't even supposed to be there at all? Did you even have enough money to manage? Or, Aegis, help us, a passport? Well, unfortunately there was someone from the Liberlian embassy at the airport who could issue me a temporary passport, so that was okay. And then tons of people were really nice to me and helped while I was there, so I had all the dough a girl could ask for. I don't even know where to start. Neil must be worried sick about you, huh? You think? He didn't sound so hot when I called yesterday to say I'd be coming back to the office today. I keep telling him that all that smoking is bad for him, but he never listens. I think you can pin the crime on tobacco this time, Missy. Min Pom. Thank you all for taking this journey aboard the Gretna today. We will be arriving at our terminal, Grancel City, in roughly 30 minutes. We ask you to take this chance to check that you have all your belongings with you and to return to your seats before we begin our landing. Until then, please enjoy the remainder of your flight. Phew, sounds like we're almost there. We're going to have a walk around the ship to kill some of the last half hour. How about you? I'm not sure. I suppose I might as well go and snap some more photos. It's not often I get to take an international liner like this. Sounds like a plan. See you later then. Later. Well, time to talk to everyone because that's how we progress time in an airship, isn't it? That's what we've learned from all the Trails games we've played thus far. Did you hear the announcement, sir? If not, we will soon be arriving in Grancel City. So it might be wise to check you have all your belongings on your person while you still have time to look for anything that's missing. My sister can be unbelievably stubborn sometimes. How am I supposed to enjoy sightseeing when she's being like this? No, I'm not budging on this. We are going to Eberroy Villa after Grancel Castle, and that is final. I can't believe you're actually considering just going around fishing of all things. Are you a lake lord? Well, let's begin our exploration. Should we begin with the bottom? Go to the very bottom, then work our way upwards. It's as good a place to start as any. Alright, the orbital pressure looks perfectly normal. Oh, sorry, I'm going to have to ask you to not come down here, sir. Emir, that's an airboat in the city-state. I don't even want to be here right now. Why do I even have to go out of my way to see him anyway? It's not fair. Are you gonna see? Oh, my dad's so annoying. I'm 16, you know. I'm old enough to do whatever the hell I want without him butting into my business. Okay. Hey, Captain. We found Dorothy again. Why do you want to know what I wanted to be as a child to begin with? That's not really something you normally tell complete strangers with cameras in their hands, you know. I'm on to you, mister. You can't distract me. This is a serious news report here, so please answer my questions. She sure is making good use of those reporter privileges. By the way, my dream was to become a phantom thief. Isn't that cool? No prize for guessing what kind of books she must have read as a kid. Who knew you'd be so persistent? How can I get out of this? I can't tell her a tough guy like me used to want to be a pastry chef. She wanted to be a phantom thief? She actually managed to foil a phantom thief. Somewhere her dreams kind of got close, but then kind of like... yeah. We're approaching the Bengan Range. Be careful of potential air turbulence in this area. I know! I've been doing this route for 3 years now. I know what I'm doing, man. Heading west-northwest. Yahoo! He's enjoying life. Right, back to the same floor we were at. I'm not really very good with heights. I mean, it's not phobia level or anything. I'm just not very good with them. Do I want to look out? I kind of do, but I kind of don't too. Phew, that was one amazing business discussion. I thought I'd see the day when Murano wouldn't have the upper hand in one, but it just happened. The world is full of surprises. It's Simon Murano. That bargainer really knew how to put up a good fight for someone so young. Still, I've got an excellent information dealer working for me too. So the next time we do business, it's going to be a 6-4 deal in my favor. No, scratch that. 7-3. Sure. Mummy, can I go have a look outside? Can I? No, you can't. Please sit down like a good girl. We're almost there now anyway, so just be quiet. I used to be a sailor back in the day, but now I always use airships to get around. They're way faster than boats for one thing, and unlike orbital buses, you don't end up with a sore ass after a long journey either. As long as you got a good cushion. Whee! Being out here feels amazing. My wife went back to her family's home. I mean, I'm as aware as anyone that I've been so busy with work lately that I haven't been able to spend any time with her, but if I'd have known it was going to come to this, I would have sat down and talked to her about it a long time ago. And the kid doesn't realize. I wish I could be as carefree as he is. We're going to see Mommy. You want to come? I'm not sure you should be inviting complete strangers to family gatherings, kiddo. You go have fun with your mum, okay? We're finally back home with Liberl! Which means it's time to start thinking about getting a house for ourselves. It's Armand! It's the newlyweds! What kind of house would you like? The two of us have spent the past half a year travelling all around the continent. I couldn't have wished for a better honeymoon. Half a year honeymoon? I'm so glad I chose to spend my life with him. Get all lovey-dovey now. I can't believe he's already thinking of finding a place for us to live. Well, that does sound like the perfect place to start a lovely, happy family. They must be quite rich. I think it'd probably be best going for someone that feels warm and homey, even if it's not that big. Something like a house on a hill near a forest. What do you think? That love blossomed over several games now. Now we see the final result. They've had a whole year's honeymoon. Oh my god, it is, isn't it? No, it's not. Damn. Don't go getting yourself too worked out now, man. You're just screwing up even more like usual. I know you want to be an orbital engineer and all, but I think you could do with taking things a little bit easier. Getting yourself stressed out and worked up will only help screw yourself up. It really did look like Anton, but it isn't Anton. And Anton is still looking for love. Anyway, first thing is stopping by the central factory in Zeiss. There's no better place to learn about cutting-edge orbital tech than there. I'm going to have to really make the most of it. Really? Yes, I'm finally almost in Liberl. Why did I come, you ask? Because it's the last spot that ancient dragon was sighted. There's no information on where it went after it showed up here, so if I want to try and pursue it, it's the best place for me to come. As soon as we land, I need to go and talk to Lyndon and see if he knows anything. Or do you know? I want to see my grandchild in Grancel. We haven't seen one another in 3 years now. I've been really worried what the trouble has been happening in Liberl. Well, it's been 6 months gone since the thing. The one thing I forgot to say at the end of last game as well. With all of that mass falling into Lake Valeria, right? Surely, considering all the towns and villages and cities are on the coastline, wouldn't they have all been flooded? The water displacement alone would have caused horrific danger and disaster from the displacement. Maybe we'll see something in that? I don't know. The cleaning staff of these airships really do a splendid job, don't they? They're a fine role model for the rest of the service industry. I forgot to say that when we were looking at the credits. Right, we've talked to everyone, so ready? This is passenger announcement. We'll soon be arriving in Grancel City, the terminus of this liner. We would suggest that all passengers return to their seats as soon as possible, as the airship may be unsteady during landing. Ah, they just drank it. That makes sense. Perfect sense, yes. Ah, so lovely to be back here again. The Republic was a wonderful place too, but you can't beat the air here in Liberl. You wouldn't believe all that stuff happened half a year ago looking at Grancel now either. It's all completely back to normal. People are sure are strong for what's usually such a peaceful country. Well, that's a country ruled by a queen. Everyone knows women are tough in the face of adversity. I'm not sure whether you're a perfect example of that or the opposite. Right about the air here though, it is nice. Nostalgic almost. It makes me feel a little homesick. Your home's in Arteria, right? The place with all the really big churches and stuff? No, I'm not actually from Arteria. Not many people are. It's actually pretty darn small, smaller than most states around the continent. It's one of the high seat of the Septian churches, so lots of pilgrims and clergymen gather there, but few are actually born there. Oh really? Huh. So where are you from then? Dorothy! Oh, Dorothy! Dorothy! There we go. Dial in the voice. Oh, Neil! I'm home. Did you miss me? Did I miss you? Of course I missed you. What in Ada's name have you been doing? I sent you to Bose. How did you end up in Calvert? You were definitely on the westbound line. I'm sure of it. I really don't know. Oh wait, I might actually know. Go on then, spit it out. I bet I'm a sleepwalker. After I got on the right airship, I fell asleep and then sleepwalked onto the wrong one. To think that all of this could turn out to be part of some elaborate murder plot. Wowee! All of a sudden I feel like I've walked right into a mystery novel. Sleepwalkers don't change airships, you idiot. I'm all out of breath now. Are you alright? I really do think you should cut down your smoking. You're not as young as you used to be, you know. Alright, your 30th birthday was last Friday too, wasn't it? Happy birthday! I bought a cake over in Calvin and had a big celebration for it too. How is it that you can remember useless crap like that and not the things that actually matter? I bet you were just looking for an excuse to eat cake all by yourself, weren't you? You should have seen it, Neil. It was made with Eastern matcha, so it was unlike any cake I've ever seen. That perfect blend of sweetness and bitterness was just sublime. I took lots and lots of cute pictures of it, so I'll show you them all later. You brought me pictures of a cake? At least bring back a souvenir. Man, they always felt like they could go into business as a comedy duo and actually make money off it, but they're even more of a crack up now. Wait a second. Nice to see you again, Neil. You're looking same old, though maybe you're not so happy about that. What are you doing here? Please, please tell me she didn't end up going to Arteria and causing trouble there too. Your wish is my command. We just ran into one another on that airship by total coincidence, that's all. Oh good, you had me worried for a minute. I was scared stiff she'd gone and smashed some super expensive stained glass windows in the cathedral there, who knows what. I'm so sorry for what you have to put up with. Psh, you're too much of a worrywart. Whose fault do you think that is? Still, it's good to see you again, Father. What brings you to Liberl? Something else happen here? Oh, just a bit of work-related business I've got to take care of. It's not part of a major investigation, so don't go getting your hopes up. Nothing of interest is going to happen. I'll be the judge of that. Anyway, so where are you staying for the time being? Grancel Cathedral. I'll have to drop by and say hi sometime when I get a chance. Go for it. In the meantime, I'm dragging your butt right back to the office, Dorothy. You're going to tell us all about what the hell you've been doing these past 2 weeks. Haha, you betcha. I snapped photos of every meal I had while I was over in Calvert, so I'm sure if we develop them, I'll be able to remember everything. I'm not talking about your gourmet report. Phew, seeing those two together really makes it sink in that I'm back here. Thinking about it, I wonder how all the others here are doing. I know Estelle and Joshua are abroad at the moment, but I've got no idea what the others are up to. Is that you, Father Graham? Lieutenant Colonel Sid! It's good to see you again. I'm pleased to see you've been keeping well since we last met at that banquet. Same to you, sir. I've got to say, I wasn't expecting you to be the army representative who came to meet me, though. I figured it'd be Julia. It may have been, but she's currently out on another mission, so unfortunately I have to make do with me. I didn't have anything better to do, so I came in her place. No need to be so modest. A little bird told me that you're going to be promoted to full-on colonel soon, aren't you? I shouldn't be surprised that your people have such a good information network, but I still am. Still, I'm afraid I still feel the position is too much responsibility for me as I am. Brigadier General Bright still has plenty of work left in him too. I wouldn't want to take any of it from him. Poor Cass is still getting worse to the bone, huh? Anyway, getting down to business. It's in Grancel Cathedral, right? That's correct. It's being kept underneath it, to be more specific. Though I imagine you're already aware of that much. I hear a layman like myself can't even enter it without the knight's permission. Pretty much. It's a special place, you see. I'll fill you in on the details when we get there. Alright then. Well, you may as well head there right away. There's someone I want you to meet in the cathedral. Huh? Who? Let's just say someone who's been assisting with this case. They'll be apprising you of the details on what you're dealing with there. Or here. There, here, there. Everywhere. Anton's there. Still hanging out in the same old steps. Watching that girl walk by. The ice cream's popular though. Very, very popular now. It's got the royal quality seal. Grancel seems to be the same as always then. You're gonna go have a cross on a Burrell's coffee, aren't you? Maybe a bit of curry? Which one of them is ham?